No one expected private text messages to suddenly drag Ryan Reynolds into a legal storm. But this week, unsealed court documents did exactly that. Texts allegedly connected to Blake Lively's ongoing legal situation surfaced online, and within hours, social media was buzzing with one question: why does Ryan Reynolds sound so angry? What followed was swift, strategic, and very public. Ryan Reynolds' representative stepped in to explain what those messages really meant and why the actor stands firmly by his wife. Let's break down what happened. As part of a legal dispute involving Blake Lively, previously sealed text messages were recently made public through court filings. These messages reportedly included harsh language directed at filmmaker Justin Baldoni, language that many online described as mean, aggressive, or unfiltered. The texts were not written for public consumption, they were private communications, now suddenly available for everyone to read. And once they went public, headlines followed fast. Ryan Reynolds is not officially a party in the lawsuit, but because the messages referenced him and reflected his tone, his name was immediately pulled into the narrative. Critics questioned whether the actor crossed a line. Supporters argued he was simply defending his wife, and that's where his representative stepped in. According to Ryan Reynolds' representative, the tone of the messages must be understood in context. The rep emphasized that Ryan was acting as a supportive spouse during an emotionally charged situation. These were not calculated statements, they were not public attacks, they were private reactions from someone standing by their partner. The rep made it clear, Ryan Reynolds was not attempting to bully or intimidate anyone. He was supporting Blake Lively during a difficult legal process. Much of the attention has focused on the references to Justin Baldoni. Online, some fans questioned whether the language crossed into personal territory, but the representative clarified that no public smear campaign was intended. The messages were shared privately, under stress, and never meant to define Ryan's public stance toward Baldoni. This clarification matters, especially in Hollywood, where perception often becomes reality overnight. At the heart of this story is Blake Lively. The legal battle surrounding her has already been under intense scrutiny, and the release of these texts only added fuel to the fire. Ryan Reynolds' rep made it clear that his priority was Blake, not public opinion. From their perspective, this was a husband reacting emotionally while watching his wife face legal pressure. No PR polish, no filters, just raw support. As expected, social media split quickly. Some users criticized the tone of the texts, arguing celebrities should be more careful, even in private. Others defended Ryan Reynolds, saying most people would react similarly if their spouse was under legal attack. The debate became less about the texts themselves and more about a broader question: should private emotions be judged once they become public? From an industry standpoint, the response was calculated but calm. Ryan Reynolds did not personally release a statement. Instead, his representative addressed the issue clearly, without escalating the situation. This approach suggests one thing: they want the focus back on facts, not emotions. No apology, no counterattack, just explanation. So far, there's no indication that the situation has affected Ryan Reynolds' professional standing. Hollywood insiders note that public support for spouses during legal disputes is not uncommon, even if the language raised eyebrows. For Blake Lively, the legal case continues. For Ryan Reynolds, the message is simple: he stands by his wife. This situation is a reminder of how quickly private moments can become public controversies, especially in Hollywood. A few unsealed texts were enough to spark headlines, debates, and speculation. But according to Ryan Reynolds' camp, this wasn't about hostility, it was about loyalty. And in a town built on image, that distinction might matter more than anything else.